I have 12 hours to improve my English pronunciation. So this is how I speak currently. I'm now a native English speaker, and so maybe you can understand me, but it's not that good. I will improve that. So this is the plan. I have 12 hours and I need to know how to say each word. And so for this I will use IPA, and so word like not is pronounced with the following phonemes. And so by knowing the IPA transcription of each word, I can know how to pronounce. For this, I obviously have to know the phonemes. That is something I already did with an application I built. I already spent some hours studying IPA transcription, so that's good. So I learned how to say each word, which there are around 3,000. If from the 3,000 I learned about 2,000 or even 100,000, no, 1,000 or even 1,000, I will be able to generalize this to the other groups easier. So the important thing is to know at least 1,000 words. If it takes me on average 3.6 seconds, then I can in 1 hour go through 1,000 words. Of course, that is not enough to know them, so the plan is first hour 0 to 1,000 words, and the second hour the same. Third and fourth hours I practice the pronunciation, then I go 1 to 2,000. So this is not really for learning them, but to expanding and then being able to generalize better. And then I go again with the 0 to 1,000 words. Then I practice again. Then 1,000 to 2,000 words again. 0 to 1,000 words again. By this point, I should already be able to know most of them. And by there, I recall them, and the last 2 hours, this is the practice. There is not much else to think about. There is not even a need to listen. A lot of people listen a lot. There is no really a need because I already know how to pronounce the words if I know the transcription, which is why I learned IPA. For learning the words, I found a deck with 3,000 words by Oxford. I set to 1,000 daily. Now that I think I have to then go to 1 to 2,000, but that is another thing. Each card is basically the word, and then in the back there's the IPA transcription and there's a button. Effect. And so I learned this, and that is basically for all the words. I'm really only telling ChatGPT, hey, make me a text. And then for each text you need the IPA transcription, and so they saw, and they saw, how to pronounce it without having to go through a video and all that thing. So to get the IPA transcription, I have this, which I made it myself, and you have also this. I admit this sometimes work a little better. To get the IPA transcription, this you can tap and it shows you each phoneme, and there you have it. And so I already have this, which is like 10 pages, so this should be enough. And so that's it. Now I have to begin. Rival, 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 rival. Lively, 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 rather, 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 joy, joy. Website, website. I'm not very sure if this is right. Website, website. Okay, this A is really this A. I've been learning for an hour already, and I did not even do half of 1,000. So maybe I have to go faster, or maybe I was a little wrong in the plan. I already feel like I'm starting to understand and I can predict how some of the words are going to be pronounced, but I really feel like this is working, and so I have to keep going. Just a 5 minute rest because my vocal cords are hurting, hurting. Gamble, conscious, 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 conscious,
Conscious.
conscious, conscious. Worrying,
Worrying.
worrying, worrying, worrying,
Worrying.
worrying. Efficient, efficient,
Efficient.
efficient, efficient. It is already a little harder for me to speak, and so I'm going to continue with the words so I can get to 1000, but without speaking, just passing one, thinking how the, for example, for Orsh, I will guess is Orsh. No, I don't know. So then I read it and it's that. And so I go like this for the following. Or for aircraft, aircraft, aircraft.
Aircraft.
Oh, I just finished. I just paused for recording, but I did it in 2 hours, not one as I initially planned. It's pretty good. It took me 2 hours to go through the first 1000 words. 2 hours more or less to go through the first 1000 words. So that's pretty good. It is not the 1 hour I planned, but I think it's pretty good either way. So now I have to practice sentences. I will be reading each sentence very, very slowly, each time carefully pronouncing each phoneme. I think about how we use time, and I know that people want a way to make things better. At first, it was not good, and I did not like what I saw. But I knew that if I kept going, I would get better. I just talked to the iPad and it understood me. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I've been studying. I know I should have been studying, but I made this thing broad.
Abroad. Abroad.
You can practice all the words. Absence.
Absence.
Absence. Oh, it's beautiful. Across the years, he left things behind, went beyond what he thought was possible. I don't want to continue anymore at this point. At this point, I am 7 hours at least. I have not tracked the time so good, and I also spent a couple of hours working on that thing instead of just using Anki cards because I didn't like them. Okay, so it's like 4 a.m. now. I have been learning lots of words. Also, while walking the dog, I opened the recorder up and started talking. And as I talked about the things, I would think how to pronounce them and write them down if I didn't know how to pronounce that particular word. And I just finished going through that list. It took me 1 hour. It's a little harder to think, but I will read for another 2 hours and then I will do this yapping thing for 1 hour and I will finish, I think, by 7.5. I think about how we use time, and I know that people want
At a higher scale, the government and the country influenced each state and region, affecting the entire world, from local community dynamics to global society trends. The growing population means that every person and every individual, whether a user, client, or customer, plays a role in shaping outcomes.
It's pretty cold out there.
Affecting the entire world, from local communities dynamics to global society trends. The global, the growing population.
Okay, so I think I have concluded. I didn't do it all in one pass. I had to practice with my voice, and so if I did it all straight, I wouldn't be able to keep talking by the 7th hour. And so I did the 12 hours, so which is what really matters. I think it really worked. One thing that I have now noticed is that I am able to look a new word and already know more or less how to pronounce them. And there are some rules that I have learned quite easily. But I also feel a lot more confident in looking at the camera and speaking, which is something that 2 days ago I was like, no, I will speak horribly. No, I can't. I finished a 12-hour challenge. I'm a little tired. If you want me to explain the process in depth, I don't know. Drop a comment or something.